Welcome to the virtual launching of
Project REV-UP 2.0.
via StreamYard and Facebook Live.
I am Winifred S. Purot.
And Keith Andrew A. Sese,
Your host.
Hashtag
REV-UP2
SDO
Masbate Province.
Let us commence this program with
The Philippine National Anthem
Pangadjik
and SDO Masbate Hymn Thru.
audio-visual presentation.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisigil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bugaw, may nilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw na kailan pa may di magdidiling. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mag-aapi, ang namatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Diyos, Amahan na makikigawin, pagalanini ang among mga mata nga makabasa, aron makabasa kami sa imong mga tulong, aron makita namo ang kahayag sa dalan nga among pag-agian, pinhi sa kalibutan, pangadto sa kalangitan.
Allahumma rabbi shrah lana sadrana wa yassir lana amrana wahlul 'uqdatam min lisanana wa yafqahu qawlana subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana.
Bendisyon niyan among panik na may mabatyagan ang murabot sa imong pagkamuot, na mag-aagay sa among mga puso, ugat, utok, agod magsalubo, magsalinsing, mamunga sa katilinungan. Bendisyon ang among dila na matimtuman, katilawan, kasarihan, asiram sa supas kag tubig, sa tulong nimo na panigap-it. Kaya good na iba lang ibog ani mo kapangganahan sa tanan na sakripisyo sa doon na kaligad ng mga kasalhan.
Bindisyon ni ang amon ilong, nga makaginhawa sa pag-antos pinaagi sa imo ginhawa. Kay agud masinghutan ang humot sang imo paghigugma, nga mapadayon ang amon misyon sa pag-atipan sini nga kalibutan.
Of a changing world, they're standing tall, adept at dealing with whatever life affords. With the skills, their wind and wisdom all aglow, they'll find their dreams wherever they belong. Guided by the Almighty, they dwell in harmony with their coast, their land, and all its nature's strength. Hail to every but then you learn to stand. In power they will make our country stand. To make you feel there's so much fun and joy in learning. To keep them safe in every need and right protected. To nurture them and let their passions glow and burning. To light their path and lead them to a is the dream of the division of Masbate, a lifelong quality education for her children. Hand in hand with the leaders, teachers, and the whole community, every noble dream of Masbateños will come true. This is the dream of the division of Masbate, a lifelong quality education for her children. Hand in hand with the leaders, teachers, and the whole community, every noble dream of Masbateños will come true. Come true.
Listen to
Joel E. Colboy.
Assistant Schools Division Superintendent for his welcome message.
Napoleon Hill once said, patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. This quotation perfectly describes the reason behind the success of REV-UP version 1, which was launched last June 2021 and was recognized and awarded by the DepEd EdTech as Best Educational Technology Innovation recently last June 2022 in Baguio City. The success of REV-UP 1.0 inspired the LR team of Schools Division of Masbate Province to do more and give more for the Masbateño learners and teachers. Fueled by the commitment and passion to give quality education to all Masbateño learners, today we will unveil another innovative project initiated by the SDO Masbate Province through the LRMS CID, the REV-UP 2.0. This enhanced innovative project maximizes the use of technology to provide teachers and learners an easy access to quality learning resources, such as the converted locally developed learning materials into digital format, which is of great help to aid the teaching and learning process. As Horasiman said, let us not be content to wait and see what will happen, but give us the determination to make the right things happen. Today, we are determined to make another right things happen. Together, let us all witness the official launching of REV-UP 2.0 as we continue to shield today for a better school of tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Truly an epitome of excellence and charisma. Let us give a virtual applause to
Madam Nene Rosal Merioles, CESO 5.
Schools Division Superintendent for her inspirational message as we face the post-pandemic.
A pleasant day to everyone. As I start my message, I am sending my warmest greetings of congratulations to the Curriculum Implementation Division headed by Ma'am Maria Dorothy L. Daniel, the Learning Resource Management Section headed by Mr. Juancho P. Azares and Jobert Bonita, together with the rest of education program supervisors and the teacher writers, video editors, content creators, and others who have unselfishly dedicated their craft to helping our learners through this wonderful engagement and platform, the REV-UP 2.0. I do start this with heartfelt thanks because I am overwhelmed by the fact that we continue to prove that we do not rest on our laurels. Instead, we challenge ourselves on what more can we bring out as our bests for the sake of our Masbate learners. I am joyful that the National EdTech Award as Best Educational Technology Innovation Program that we have garnered has even propelled us to reach for greater heights in terms of contextualization and indigenization of our learning resources. With the advent of the pandemic is the rise of varied platforms from which we have learned our lesson that in order to connect to our learners more effectively, we need to be in the same page with which they want to learn. We need to speak the same language from which they want to discover their insights. We need to meet them halfway in all that they do to create bridges of involvement with their dreams and aspirations. Definitely, what we have been doing for Project REV-UP has been the testaments to the challenge and calling. Therefore, I salute everyone for carving the historic LR portal that we have now. We have been steadfast with our mantra that in shielding today, we need to create more rooms for continuous improvement, for more fruitful innovations to be replicated in the field. And with this gathering, I am confident that we are more than ready to combat more sleepless nights and further rigorous preparations to sustain the culture of excellence that we have already manifested. As we take this move, we exude that we are wiser in terms of expanding the repository of learning resources that we have at hand, that there are still gaps to be filled and materials to be innovated and crafted. My continuing prayer is for each one to never waver on the responsibilities that we have instilled in ourselves, to always take focus on the kind of direction and destination that we are heading to. As we all expect every time there is a better version coming, like this REV-UP 2.0 launching, may we even be bolder to venture on new ways by which we can teach the minds and touch the hearts of our learners. And may we be fiercer to stay consistent in hitting our targets on making the curriculum equitable by staying grounded with our culture and by staying true to our learners' roots and identity. Let me end my message by saying that I feel thankful and proud, for this marks another day for the agglomeration of brilliant minds, caring hearts, and willing hands to wield endeavors towards revitalizing our enabling vision through unlimited program for LR. With this, let us continue to rev up in order to shield today for a better school of tomorrow. Again, congratulations STO Masbate Province. Mabuhay ang kabataang Masbateño dahil para po sa inyo ito.
Simply wow! As in, words of wisdom from a woman of transformational leadership. Thank you, Madam SDS. And to fire up more this virtual launching, we will have trivia questions. 6 trivia questions.
That's right.
So, It's your time to answer as fast as you can by just dropping your answers below. So comment down below.
Yeah, but before that, let me remind you what is the official hashtag for this virtual launching?
So I think that is the first question for our trivia
Yes,
question
that's correct.
to test if they are really watching us with full attention.
Yes.
Again, what is the first question, sir?
All right, are you ready?
Mhm. The first question.
When was the Project REV-UP version 1 launch?
Let me repeat. When was the project REV-UP version 1 launched? Mhm. So we're waiting for your answer
Yes.
as fast as you can, guys. So prizes at stake for these trivia questions are the following. Sir.
Earphone,
Mhm.
flash drive 64 gigabytes,
Oh,
one ream book paper, and lastly we have multi-port adapter.
and winners can claim these prizes where?
LRMS office.
Anytime.
Yes.
But at the LRMS office.
Yes.
So do we have now the first winner for this trivia question? Now we're going back to the first question for the trivia question. What is it, sir?
Question number 1. When was the Project REV-UP version 1 launched?
We will be waiting for the first one to answer this trivia question. Again, when was the project RevUp version 1 launched? All right, guys, we need the exact date
Yes.
for the launching of Project RevUp version 1.
Comment below.
Comment down below. So we will get back with that first question and who is the winner. So let us pay attention to.
Gilbert T. Sadsad, Regional Director, Regional Office 5.
And Attorney Aris Kuwilan, Officer in Charge, Director, Bureau of Learning Resources, DepEd Central Office.
While listening to their messages.
Good day, everyone. I am continuously amazed by the various initiatives done and is being done by my former school's division office of Masbate province, now actively headed by the beauteous SDS Nene Merioles. Every time I visit and see the transformation of Masbate province, I always feel guilty of not doing what Masbate province has now achieved. But the consolation is that my former mentees, Nene and Bebs, would tell me that I have also changed, the culture in the Department of Education in Masbate province, which is the most difficult task to do. And I am proud and happy for them to have done a lot for Masbateños, particularly the current leadership of Nene. Her achievement is also my achievement. Congrats, Nene, for the authentic love you are giving to our SDO Masbate province. Of course, this cannot be done alone by Nene without the overwhelming support of the two Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Padingboy Macaraig and Joel Kaulboy, the assistants of Ma'am Doti of the CID and Mark Ropa of SGOD. Masbate province is in the right hand, working on the right direction. REV-UP 2.0 is a worthy program that we need to give full support. My commendation to Juancho Azares, the very innovative and hardworking LR manager. I admire Juancho for doing his best in providing what is needed by every Masbateño learner. The many learning resources that Masbate province has done are credited to Juancho Azares' leadership. Masbate continuously improved along many aspects because of the various innovations that the officials like Juancho is doing. Kudos to what you are doing. This initiative, the Revitalize Enabling Vision through unlimited programs for LRs 2.0, is another breakthrough program that will enhance the availability of many interactive learning materials that our teachers will use for the benefit of our learners. The use of video lesson is one of the effective interactive media that will improve the academic achievement of learners. This learning video is a great help in the implementation of the learning recovery plan. This is one of a kind that the learners needed. Masbate province is assured of better academic performance because of the many innovations that our teachers have prepared. For our teachers, I appeal to each one of you to rev up for our learners. Let every learner learn more from us and from the materials we prepared and use these materials. Let us always aim for the better teaching and learning processes to happen in every classrooms. Again, congratulations to everyone. Mabuhay ang mga Masbateño.
Technology can become the wings that will allow the educational world to fly further and faster than ever before, if we will allow it. That is by Jenny Arledge. As time progresses, and with the advent of information and technology as another form of learning and communication, it is with great importance that we are on par with the inevitable changes brought about by the fast-paced society that we reside in. With this, I would like to give thanks and provide my utmost appreciation to Ma'am Nene Merioles, the Schools Division Superintendent of DepEd Division Office of Masbate Province, and the rest of the team behind the project REV-UP 2.0 for their continuous efforts to provide accessible and quality education to our learners. Success is indeed the sum of all efforts, and we are greatly appreciative, and we value all your initiation to ensure that learning experiences and outcomes of learners will continue to progress and improve. Truly, we are in an era wherein technology advancement is prevalent, including in the academic aspect, and in view of the fact that the mode of education is continuously evolving. The development of multimedia learning resources proved its significance and remained essential in opening doors of opportunities for learners to attain relevant, quality, and accessible education. Further, considering that these are learning resources will be readily made available online, it will allow learners to gain the necessary knowledge and skills with flexibility, permitting them the freedom to discover and explore new possibilities and methods of learning. Since this is not only commonly practiced within our four-walled classroom, this project will give learners the chance to further develop and enhance their media and technology literacy, which are part of the 21st century skills that today's learners need in order to succeed in their careers during the information age. This project will indeed be beneficial both to our learners and educators. Teachers will be able to offer a wide range of learning methods that may take place equally in schools or in the comforts of the learners' homes. Moreover, granting our teachers access to this kind of learning resources will permit them to center their focus on facilitating learning while accommodating individual learners. Further, considering that those multimedia learning resources cater to visual, auditory, and even kinesthetic needs of learners, this will further enhance and develop their knowledge and skills as they process information using these senses simultaneously and likewise allow them to be more engaged. Certainly, this project will be useful and remain valuable to the academe towards helping learners attain both educational and personal goals, and for teachers to better facilitate learning and enrich the teacher-learner environment. We hope to receive further information on the development of this project for possible national adoption through policies that the Bureau of Learning Resources recommends to the Office of the Secretary. I am personally grateful to all field offices who proactively worked with us towards our main goal, that is to provide quality learning resources to our learners. And that is one of you. Again, congratulations, and let us keep the innovations for learning resources keep flowing. Maraming salamat po sa lahat.
This virtual launching would not be possible without the help of our partners. Thus, we are extending our heartfelt gratitude to them. Launching would not be possible without the help of our partners. Thus, we are extending our heartfelt gratitude to them. Launching would not be possible without the help And we're back to the trivia questions. Who do you think is the winner? But first, let us go back to the first question for the trivia question. Sir,
So the question was, when was the Project Rev-UP version 1 launched?
the correct answer is June 10, 2021.
Yes.
Again, June 10, 2021. And the winner is Sir. So he's a male. Sir Dieter Kahlo. And the
Congratulations.
virtual applause, guys, for Sir Dieter Kahlo.
Yes.
All right. So, Sir Dieter, you can claim your prize at the LRMS office.
Correct.
Sir Kahlo.
Yes.
All right. So let's move on to the second trivia question. Mhm. So,
The question is, saan ginanap ang 2022 DepEd EdTech Awards?
may I repeat? Saan ginanap ang 2022 DepEd EdTech Awards? We need an exact answer.
Yes.
Yeah, pabilisan po. Comment down below.
Yes. Comment below if you know the answer.
Unang pag-type. No.
Opo.
Yan. Saan ginanap ang 2022 DepEd EdTech Awards?
Napakadali.
Ko.
Yes.
Saan ginanap? Sa Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Hanap kayo doon.
Napakadali.
Ah,
All right. Let us move on. It is our honor and pride to present to you
Sir Arvin Cadiboy Villamino, International Film Director.
Rebecca Rosario Oroña Bercasio, Director, Bicol University Center for Teaching Excellence and 2021 Outstanding UNESCO Club Educator in the Philippines, for their messages of support. University Center of
Maayo na hapon sa tanan na Masbateño sa Intiro Kinabaan. Today marks another significant milestone as DepEd Masbate Province, through the LRMS CID, launches its Project REV-UP 2.0. May I congratulate the proponent Juancho Azares, together with his co-proponents Jobert Bonita and Vivian Bongat, and their LRMS team for this initiative of converting locally developed learning materials into video and other multimedia formats. Para ini sa aton tanan. Orawa kag orgulyo ta Masbateño kita. Maayo na hapon sa tanan na Masbateño sa Intiro Kinabaan. Today marks another significant milestone as DepEd Masbate Province, through the LRMS CID, launches its Project REV-UP 2.0. May I congratulate the proponent Juancho Azares, together with his co-proponents Jobert Bonita and Vivian Bongat, and their LRMS team for this initiative of converting locally developed learning materials into video and other multimedia formats. Para ini sa aton tanan. Orawa kag orgulyo ta Masbateño kita.
Maayong aldaw sa inyo na tanan. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. To the academic luminaries of Masbate for basic education headed by the competent and committed superintendent and supervisors, the beloved teachers, parents, community members, students, other stakeholders, warm greetings from Bicol University. Amidst the continuing challenges brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, the Filipinos, the Bicolanos, and of course, the Masbateños ensure that learning continues despite the disruption. So, to better serve the learners in this island province of Masbate, relevant and responsive programs and projects have been initiated. One of which is being launched today, the project REV-UP 2.0, revitalizing, enabling vision through unlimited programs for learning resources. True indeed, learning resources are crucial to the attainment of optimum learning. Without these, the teachers, no matter how erudite and well-trained, will encounter a great barrier to the attainment of optimum learning. And so, this project is timely and necessary. We therefore offer our sincere congratulations and support to the prime movers of this project. Carry on this noble undertaking as we always strive to genuinely serve every learner. As Nelson Mandela said, education, or I must say, transformative education to be precise, is the most powerful weapon that we can use to change the world. Once again, good day and congratulations to Team Masbate.
And it's time for us to announce the winner for trivia question number 2. Saan ginanap ang 2022 DepEd EdTech Awards?
Again, let me repeat the question. Saan ginanap ang 2022 DepEd EdTech Awards?
The correct answer is at Teachers Camp, Baguio City. And the winner is the very active, competent, and very competitive Maria Carla G.
Aganan.
Congratulations, ma'am.
Hindi talaga magpapatalo si Ma'am Carla.
Kasi nandun siya.
Yes, nandun siya.
Nandun awarding. So, let's move on to the next trivia question.
All right.
Trivia question number 3. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng REV-UP?
Again, I will repeat the question. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng REV-UP?
Question number 3. So we will be waiting for your answers. The correct answer for this trivia question.
Comment below. Don't forget to comment. All right.
We'll be waiting for your answers. The correct answer. Let us pay attention to Sir Abram Y.C. Abanil, Director for Information and Communications Technology Service.
Carmela P. Valencia, Officer in Charge, Regional Director, Department of Information and Communications Technology, Regional Office 5.
And Grace U. Rebellas, Education Program Supervisor, TLMD, Regional Office 5.
For their messages of support. Regional Office.
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Good morning to Schools Division Superintendent Nene Marioles. First of all, I would like to commend the leadership of SDS Marioles in organizing this activity for Project REV-UP. We have learned a lot during the pandemic period, especially on how to use technology in the delivery of education. These are lessons that we must continue even as we go back to face-to-face classes. Here in the central office, we are working very hard to develop digital materials that will standardize the delivery of the curriculum, such as DepEd TV, DepEd Commons, and the learning management system. However, we recognize that each child is different, each school is different, and each division or province is different. There will always be a need to localize and to customize learning to your specific context. Because of this, one of the specific thrusts of the ICT service is to empower each teacher and each division with the tools to develop your own open educational resources and digital learning materials. We are very happy to support initiatives such as the Project REV-UP, which epitomizes the empowerment of Masbate Division in taking the initiative to develop and localized learning materials for the Masbateños. We look forward to working with you in continuously building up the skills of your teachers and division personnel. And we will always support you in your efforts to localize the curriculum to the specific context of your learners. Mabuhay ho kayong lahat at magtulong-tulungan tayo sa paghaharap ng mga challenges na darating sa sunod na buwan as we go back to schools, as we go back to face-to-face classes. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.
To the great leaders of SDO Masbate Province, dear teachers, co-workers in the Department of Education, a pleasant day. First, allow me to congratulate SDO Masbate Province, especially the Curriculum Implementation Division, and our counterpart, the Learning Resource Management Section, for the recognition received as one of the awardees in the recently concluded DepEd EdTech Awards. It is fitting and much deserved, I should say. The hard work, persistence, and unwavering commitment to serve have become a way of life in SDO Masbate Province. In fact, this is made evident again in the upscaled Project REV-UP 2.0, which you are launching today. Truly upscaled and revved up because your focus is now on the development of multimedia learning resources. From print learning resources, which undeniably fulfill the needs of our learners in modular distance learning, you are moving forward to offer technology-based learning resources that will definitely be useful as we open our schools to in-person, face-to-face classes. Your innovation will bring a new face to the new normal of face-to-face classes in the division. With all of these, I can say that you really have a winner's attitude, always striving, never giving up. Thank you for sharing your vision. Your commitment to excellence is truly an inspiration. Diyos mabalos sa intugabos, padayon. Padayon.
We would like to thank the following partners for this virtual launching. With utmost gratitude to Ma'am Elona Barbosa Jimeno,
Sursen James Gulay,
Angeli Año Nuevo,
Sir Paul Gulay,
Rizzi Blanco,
Carlota Tejero,
Chico Elementary School,
Marilo Ligal,
Arlene Bentor,
Ann M. Amit.
Angeli, and Sir.
Yes.
What are we gonna do
Let's
next?
rev up for question trivia number 3.
All right. So the question The trivia question number 3 is, ano ang ibig sabihin ng REV-UP? So we need the exact answer.
Yes.
No more, no less.
Yes.
So REV-UP means revitalize, enabling vision through unlimited program for LR. May I repeat? Revitalize, enabling vision through unlimited program for LR. And the winner is the first one to comment. The correct answer for REV-UP is Sir.
Mary Jane Aitona Orbizo.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Please claim your prize at the
LRMS office. Wow.
Congratulations, Ma'am Mary Jane Aitona Orbizo. Virtual claps, slow claps. For prize.
LRMS.
After 2 years of challenges in making education resilient at SDO Masbate Province,
LRMS CID office.
proudly showcases its journey, unveiling its humble beginning and years of challenges in making education resilient at SDO Masbate Province.
LRMS CID office.
In the most difficult and challenging times, lumalabas ang tapang, pagkamalikhain at pagiging mapamaraan ng bawat Pilipino, lalo na ang bawat guro, bawat namumuno sa Departamento ng Edukasyon. COVID-19 pandemic has brought a devastating and miserable effect to all human beings. Millions of people died. All sectors of the society, including the Department of Education, were greatly affected. However, we should hold on to that hope that education must continue. To ensure continuity of basic education along delivery and access to learning resources in the new normal, SDO Masbate CID LRMS conceptualized and implemented Project REV-UP, Revitalize Enabling Vision through Unlimited Program for LR. The project aims to establish a localized system and portal through the LR website, strengthen learning resource development and distribution system at the district and school levels, develop ICT-enabled solutions in the schools to support the strengthening of the LR support system in providing for both online and offline access, strengthen partnership for curriculum development, and serve as the primary source of contextualized learning resources in all subject areas. The year-long project implementation has resulted to the creation of the well-maintained and updated LR portal, to the strengthening of the partnership with the USAID ABC Plus project that paved the way for the development of Masbate books for Kids Stage 1 with 157 Masbate storybooks developed and 44,000 copies reproduced and handed over to the SDO, and to the series of contextualization activities in all learning areas.
Allow us to share with you the project's humble beginning.
Who would have thought that is supposed to be a joke would eventually turn into a reality? This is one of the remarks of the Learning Resource Supervisor of the SDO Masbate Province, who happens to be Mr. Juancho Piazares. It all started during the pandemic on a breezy morning in December when a group of teachers from a far-flung barangay went to the LR office asking where to find a reliable source of learning materials. They were having difficulties scoring the internet with their limited connectivity. Thus, the thought of having a one-stop shop that is a trusted, reliable, and well-curated repository of learning materials and resources gave direction to REV-UP. That was the time Project REV-UP breathed into life. Conceptualization and development happened on the third day of March 2021. Firming of activity and planning conference for LR development team together with the school's division superintendent, Ma'am Nene R. Marioles, and ASDS Sir Fernando Macaraig took place last May 14, 2021. In all the undertakings of the LRMS, our mother, our mentor, Ma'am Maria Dorothy L. Daniel, is always there, extending her 101% support. The proposal was presented to the Execom on the 17th of May 2021. Finally, the much-awaited approval of the proposal by the SDS signaled to start the implementation. On June 10, 2021, everyone was excited on the virtual launching of Project REV-UP. It was indeed a success. The journey did not stop on the launching because, after the said event, many teachers, students, and parents benefited from this project. They now have the right place to search and access in terms of downloading reliable learning resources. The strong partnership of SDO Masbate with USAID has given a lot of opportunities and breakthroughs to teachers in the division. Online and face-to-face book development workshops to materialize the projects partnered by SDO Masbate and USAID were the activities of these two organizations. Many books were written and quality assured. Giving recognition to Masbate writers, illustrators, editors, and evaluators indeed made the teachers really proud and happy. Another proud moment of LR was when it was awarded third place to the best functional unit or section because of its many projects that Project REV-UP during the launching of Learning Recovery Plan in Candelaria, Arroy with ARD Alkay firm. According to Franklin Roosevelt, the only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Here are some success stories of the people who believed in this project.
Lalong-lalo na sa LRMS local portal ng Division of Masbate, mas pinadali na ang aming pag-access sa mga locally developed learning materials na siya namang nagagamit namin sa aming pagtuturo. Thank you, Project REV-UP.
Project REV-UP is very helpful innovation for the teachers and to the school heads also because my teachers won't find difficult in their teachings. Materials are ready and accessing to them in SE as well.
For me, ang nagawa ng Project REV-UP sa akin bilang PSTs is it allows learners to communicate and connect with other learners.
Isa sa mga dapat kong pasalamatan na may tuturing kong ay napakalaking ambag for my professional growth is when I became a part of the LR family. Yung Project REV-UP na ang pinakalayunin ay matulungan yung Masbate learners. Nagbigay sa akin ng isang malaking hamon as one of the curriculum developers. Isa itong oportunidad para sa akin upang mahubog pa ang aking kakayahan at maibahagi ko ang anumang talento ng meron.
Sa isang matagumpay na pagsanib puwersa ng aming division at ng USAID at ABC Plus Project, ako ay nabigyan ng magandang oportunidad na makagawa ng 4 na decodable and leveled stories sa lingwaheng Masbate. Ang 4 na kwentong Ang Balay na Bato, Ang Kalo ni Kiko, Si Mira Bida, at Ang Proseso sa Buhay sa Alibangbang gamit ang Bloom software na dumaan sa matinding QA process ay kinagigiliwang pasahin ng aming mag-aaral sa early grades.
The journey will never stop for the welfare of our dear Masbateño learners because in SDO Masbate, CID LRMS, we firmly rev up to shield today for a better school of tomorrow.
Para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa mga guro. Ganito ang naging kulay ng 2022 DepEd EdTech Awards na ginanap sa Baguio nitong ika-22 ng Hunyo.
Isa sa pinarangalan ay ang LRMDS ng SDO Masbate Province sa pangunguna ni Education Program Supervisor Sir Juanche P. Azares.
Ang Project REV-UP o Revitalize Enabling Vision through Unlimited Program for LR ay kabilang sa mga nakatanggap ng Best Educational Technology Innovation Award sa isinagawang EdTech Awards nitong ika-22 ng Hunyo sa Baguio City. Ang Project REV-UP ay localized system at portal ng LR saan ang lahat ng contextualized learning resources sa lahat ng subject areas ay matatagpuan dito ng mga estudyante at ng mga guro.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are bringing here with you the rodeo capital of the Philippines, Masbate Province. We are humbled and truly honored to receive and share this DepEd EdTech Awards to Region 5 under the leadership of R.D. Gilbert Isasad, ARD Turmo. Special thanks to Ma'am Grace Urabelas and to the CLND family. Of course, to our beloved DepEd SDO Masbate Province, headed by SDS Nene Rosal Mariones, ASDSS Fernando Macararig, and Joel Kaulboy. Our mother and great mentor in the CID, Maria Dorothy L. Daniel, to my SGOB and CID family, to the LRMS family, ICT unit, to my co-proponents, Sir Benji Montes and Sir Jobert Gunita, to Ma'am Glenn, and of course, Mark, and Sir Aljan, to my sangres, our own families, to the school heads and teachers, and to the very reason why we continue to rev up to shield today for a better school of tomorrow. Orgulyo, pagturawan ka, mas bakenyo kita. Diyos makalos sa Indugapos.
Ani Juancho P. Azares, EPS ng LRMS ng Dibisyon, mas pinagtibay ang pagbuo ng learning resources para sa mga bata, kung kaya't mas napagtibay din ang partnership sa USAID ABC Plus project. Dagdag pa niya, magsisilbing inspirasyon ang karangalang natanggap upang patuloy na makapagsilbi sa bata, sa bayan at sa mga guro.
All right. Now let's wrap up again to question number 4. Trivia question number 4.
Trivia question number 4. Sino-sino ang proponents ng Project REV-UP version 1?
Again, the question is, sino-sino ang mga proponents ng Project REV-UP version 1?
To give you a hint, there are 3 persons behind the success of REV-UP version 1. So give us the 3 persons. Who are the proponents of Project REV-UP version 1? As fast as you can. So comment now, guys.
Comment below.
Comment now.
A virtual applause as we present to you our next set of guests, namely
Christian Sandon Cordero, Deputy Director, Ateneo de Naga University Press.
Carmela P. Valencia, Officer in Charge, Regional Director, Department of Information and Communications Technology, Regional Office 5. Honorable Ricardo T. Cole, Representative of the 1st Congressional District, Masbate, Philippines.
And Honorable Wilton T. Paul, Representative of the 3rd Congressional District, Masbate, Philippines.
For their messages of support.
The 3rd Congressional District.
Diyos marhay na daw sa gabos, ako si Christian Cordero, asin sa ngaran kan Savage Mind, sarong independent bookshop digdi sa syudad kan Naga. Buot niya mong ipaabot ang samuyang mainit na congratulations sa division kan Masbate sa Department of Education kan sa indang bagong programa na nagmamawot na mapahiwas asin mapararong ang sa indang pagtukdo gamit ang makabagong teknolohiya. Si Sir Juancho Azares, saro sa naging delegates kan Bicol Book Festival, saro sa mga makusog na kagtulod kay ining programang ini. Kaya buot ko personal menteng ipaabot ang samuyang congratulations sa iya, asin sa iyang mga kaupod, sa iyang mga kabulig, na padagos nindong dinadara ang karahayan kan edukasyon sa lambang estudyante siyan sa Masbate. Maut ko na makaigdi ka mo sa Naga, asin bisitahon man nindo ining salit na bookshop na pinakaapod na The Creative Heart of Naga City, asin magkaburon yung kita, padagos kitang magburulig para sa arte, asin kultura, bako sa nakan mainland Bicol, kundi minsan kan mga probinsya kan Masbate, asin iba pang mga ronadig sa tuyang nasyon. Mabuhay ang division of Masbate kan Department of Education, asin good luck sa inyong kapos.
Good afternoon to SDS Nenny R. Marioles and SDO Masbate executives present here, to DICT Masbate colleagues headed by Mr. Saikar Ong, and of course to all viewers and listeners at this very moment. It is an honor to be invited here and be able to share my insights pertaining to education through ICT lens. The internet and new technologies are improving education in many ways. No matter how it evolves, learning will never be as traditional as it once was, and it's a good thing. It is transforming education, changing how, when, and where students learn, and empowering them at every stage of their journey. Today's educators realize that to prepare students for the future, technology must be integrated into all aspects of school technology in, ed- in education, and the right device in students' hands help prepare them with the career and technical skills they need to be successful today and in tomorrow's workforce. Relevant learning experiences and engaging digital lessons or program help students apply meaning to their learning and prepare them for future career opportunities and jobs. Additionally, many studies shows that teachers who use more technology in teachings say their students are more motivated than those who don't have access to technological tools. An excerpt from an article published in the Learning Portal, a site owned by UNESCO Institute for Educational Planning says, teachers need specific professional development opportunities in order to increase their ability to use ICT for formative learning assessment, individualized instruction, accessing online resources, and for fostering student interaction and collaboration. Training in ICT should positively impact teachers' general attitudes toward ICT in the classroom, but it should also provide specific guidance on ICT teachings and learning within each discipline. Without this support, teachers tend to use ICT for skill-based application, limiting student academic thinking. To support teachers as they change their teaching, it is also essential for education manager, supervisors, teacher education, aid educators, and decision maker to be trained in ICT use. In addition, ICT can offer a variety of possibilities for information intake and processing idea intervention and learning expression for students with varied learning style. ICT can help students who learn best visually and experience the information rather than just reading and hearing it. This day, classes may look a lot different and students are learning in new ways. But teachers or educators' commitment to their students' education remains strong. The support a teacher gives to their student goes as far to help them continue their education. When student feels isolated or feel left behind, they experience stress and they may give up. So a little help and inspiration from their teachers goes a long way. As Maya Angelou says, when we know better, we do better. We can help our students do better by helping them stay motivated and providing them an education that uses new technology that can make a difference in their future. To our dear educators and administrators in the academic field, may you continue to bring a positive impact to the lives of students despite challenging circumstances. Thank you, and may you have a fruitful day ahead.
Good day, everyone. As a human, one of our abilities is the ability to adapt to our changing environment. This RevUp 2 project, which aims to reach and teach learners of all kind, whether online or offline, serves as a mark, a proof of not only your ability to adapt to our changing environment, but also your resilience, persistence, and most of all, your passion to reach and teach our learners. So, to the Department of Education and to our teachers, I thank and congratulate each and every one of you for a job well done. As a member of the House of Representatives, rest assured I will support and prioritize bills that will help in the implementation of this RevUp 2 project and its future iterations. So once again, thank you and congratulations.
A pleasant afternoon to everyone. First of all, let me commend the Schools Division Office headed by our Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Nene Marioles, for all the initiatives taken to address the issues and concerns of our personnel, most especially the teachers of the province of Masbate. As we all know, better personnel, better teachers will result to a better and quality education for the province of Masbate. Second, I would like to congratulate the Schools Division Office of the province of Masbate for launching this momentous program, the usage of the Masbateño language as the medium of learning for our Masbateño students. Aram nyo, dugay ko naging ginahangdom na ang Masbateño ang magamit kayo sa DepEd naton. Aram nyo, bit by bit nawawara na ang Masbateño language sa aton ng mga Masbateño. When you go to the South District, kumakadi ka mo sa South District, Cebuano ang gamit. Kumakadto naman ka mo sa Mandaon, Balud, Ilonggo naman ang gamit. Kumakadto ka mo sa isla naman, sa Burias, sa Tikaw, ang gamit naman nila is Bicolano. So bit by bit nawawara na ang Masbateño language. And amo na po ini ang tama na oras para at least strengthen nato ang Masbateño language na mabalik sa aton ng mga Masbateño. Aram nyo, just months ago, nakapag-istoryahan kami sa linguist na taga-Uson. No, amining challenge na ginsabi ko sa iya. Himuon naton na mabalik ang Masbateño language sa aton ng mga Masbateño. Dapat diri kita ma-overcome sa Cebuano or Ilonggo or Bicolano. Importante sa aton ang Masbateño language naton maibalik sa atong mga kabataan and maibalik sa atong mga Masbateño. Amo po ining usad na ehemplo para at least ang culture nato ng mga Masbateño diri po mawara dito sa Pilipinas. Amo po ining usad na pwede nato magamit para ma-preserve ang atong culture as Masbateños, ma-preserve ang kaayuhan sa mga kultura sa ng atong mga Masbateños. And third, let me congratulate the proponents of Project REV-UP. Congratulations, job well done. Usad din sa programa na kita ko na makabulig gayud sa aton ng mga Masbateño. And lastly, ako po si Congressman Wilton Ko, ang congressman nyo sa 3rd District of Masbate. As I always say, adi ako pirmi mabulig sa inyo ng mga taga-DepEd, adi ako pirmi mabulig sa atong mga kabataang Masbateño para makapag-adal san maayo. Anything na kinahanglan nyo, adi lang po ako, ready magbulig. Anything na kinahanglan nyo na makasuporta sa inyo, adi lang po ang congressman sa 3rd District para sa inyo ng mga taga-DepEd, para sa atong mga kabataang Masbateño. So again, good day to everyone. Congratulations.
Indeed, this resonates the African proverb that it takes a village to raise a child.
The relentless support of the LGU officials and other stakeholders equates more successful projects. The project REV-UP 2.0 will not be possible without the help of the following partners. Equates more successful projects.
Back to revving up again for our trivia questions.
Okay, the question was, sino-sino ang proponents ng Project REV-UP version 1?
At meron tayong tatlong proponents.
Yes.
And the proponents are Sir Juancho P. Azares
Jobert Bonita,
and Benjamin Montes. So, is the winner? The winner is Ma'am Aisel Lusong Lique. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Kindly claim your prize, ma'am, at the LRMS office.
Yes. Perhaps some of you are wondering
why and how
the Project REV-UP garnered the
2022 EdTech Awards on Best Education Technology Innovation,
accorded by the DepEd Central Office that inspires the SDO Masbate Province to continuously serve its clientele with utmost commitment.
Now, let us keep an eye together as we play the video by the
project proponents
together with the
LR Core Group.
Let's watch this.
After the success of the award-winning REV-UP version 1 of the DepEd SDO Masbate, Through the LRMS CID will once again stand to its calling like a phoenix cyclically regenerates to fill in the gaps along access to quality, culture-based, and contextualized learning resources for our Masbate teachers and learners. With the implementation of blended learning modality, it is imperative and necessary to strategize and think of various and appropriate approaches to develop multimedia learning materials for key stage in all learning areas. Blended learning is an approach to education that combines online educational materials and opportunities for interaction. According to UNESCO, multimedia and digital resources are a growing source of knowledge for teachers and learners. Several studies show that greater access to information and communication technologies in school can help reduce the digital divide between low and high income groups. Project REV-UP version 1 was launched on June 10, 2021 via StreamYard simulcasted through FB and YouTube. Immediately after its launching, we started with the implementation of the project. Development of self-learning modules, learning area activity sheets, supplementary learning materials, and other contextualized learning materials. Guided with approved implementation plan, a lot of activities were initiated to support its implementation. Here are some of the success stories of the project. It's easier to have access to learning materials. No login credentials required to navigate through some facilities of the LR Masbate portal. Number 2, it opened doors to a lot of opportunities, knowledge, and skills development. Number 3, there was an increase in the number of teacher users or subscribers in the local portal. Number 4, the desired learning materials like SLMs, LAS, RBI lessons were made available and helped in the implementation of modular distance learning. Some teacher writers and curriculum developers were promoted to master teachers and school administrators. Number 6, connected and worked with partners like USAID, ABC Plus project on curriculum development. Collaborated and corroborated with other story writers and creatives from the DepEd Masbate City Division, Summer Institute of Linguistics, and RTI International. On the other hand, in the implementation of the project, the following gaps were identified. There is only one administrator of the local portal. The monthly update was not given utmost attention. The LR developers are limited in number and capacity to develop learning resources. The LR materials and equipment are limited. The video lessons locally developed by each learning area are few. No budget allocation for the purchase of LR equipment such as HD camera, editing laptop, and other multimedia tools.
The following data are considered as bases in coming up with this curriculum project to make the learning process of Masbate learners balanced and meaningful amid pandemic. These video lessons were presented to the education program supervisors, division coordinators, public schools district supervisors on November 18 to 19, 2021 at Freshco Hotel and Resort, Masbate City, for some comments and suggestions. These were quality assured by the learning area supervisors for utilization in the classroom. These video lessons were downloaded from DepEd TV. These data were taken from the LRMS portal of DepEd. Video lesson is no longer optional. as it addresses the different learning styles of our learners as to visual, auditory, and kinesthetic aspects. Further, it supports in-demand, bit-sized, micro-learning and teaching at the moment. It is in this premise that the DepEd Masbate Province, through the Curriculum Implementation Division, or CID, and Learning Resource Management System, or LRMS, will implement Project REV-UP 2.0, or Revitalize Enabling Vision through Unlimited Programs, or LR 2.0, to support the DepEd vision, mission, and core values to continuously improve itself to better serve its stakeholders. The objectives of this project are the following. First, implement an effective multimedia learning strategy. Second, develop video lessons for instruction purposes using online and offline format. Third, enhance a system simplification process in LRMS. And fourth, improve learning experiences and learning outcomes of learners. Considering the 5 macro skills needed in the learning process, the modules could not suffice, so it is deemed necessary to develop video lessons and other multimedia learning materials for the benefit of SDO Masbate Province K-12 teachers and learners. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then a video may be worth 1,000,000 or more. Here are some benefits that our Masbateño K-12 learners may get from this humble project. First, adds life to the e-learning by making it effective and engaging. Second, increases learner engagement and participation. Third, reduces cognitive overload and maximizes retention. Fourth, provides a simpler and practical learning experience. Fifth and last, is a cost-effective training approach.
This Project REV-UP will undergo the following process. In planning and costing, first, coordination meeting with the proponent core group and the LR development team and presentation of the draft project proposal to the Innovation Committee for some recommendations. Incorporate the comments, suggestions, and recommendations for its improvement. Second, costing calculate, compute, and allocate the applicable costs. In design and production, these will undergo the following phases. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. Phase 1 is orientation workshop. Phase 2 is the actual video, podcast, multimedia development activities. And Phase 3 is for video editing and quality assurance. Any learning resource must undergo field testing or validation. Validation activities shall include identifying the sites, finalizing the schedule for validation, preparing the validation tool, reproducing the tools, and actual conduct of the validation. The learning area supervisors and the technical editors will convene to edit and quality assure the developed video lessons and other multimedia materials before its delivery. The quality assurance team will look into the standards such as compliance with learning competencies and accuracy of content, freshness of information, format presentation and organization, language, social content, and IPR or copyright concerns. In delivery, 2 strategies shall be employed. Online. The link will be provided for the teachers to download the video lessons and other multimedia formats through our local portal. And offline. The teachers can go to LRMS office to copy or download the files. Districts will be given Universal Serial Bus or USB containing the files. May I present to you the work and financial plan. Under activities for pre-implementation, we have planning and costing, which involves the proponent, coordination meeting with the proponent core group and the LR development team, and approval of the proposal, which involves the proponent and the approving authority. Under implementation phase, we have design and production, which focuses on the actual development of learning materials in multimedia and digital platforms by the core group and the LR development team. And the second one is the field testing with the division quality assurance team. For the post-implementation, we have preparation and submission of terminal report, and lastly, sustainability, which involves the core group and the proponent. Here are our plans for sustainability. The proponent, together with the core group and with the assistance of the different stakeholders, will do the following steps for sustainability. First, the intervention strategies will be presented to the top management for adoption and to be used officially by the teachers and learners in the field. Second, monitor the local LR website and check the utilization of the learning materials. Third, conduct survey interview to teachers, pupils, and school heads about their experiences using the various learning materials and gather relevant information to better improve the project. And fourth, update and align the intervention created based on the suggestions, recommendations, and hands-on experience which will be gathered in the field. Here is the project brief summary.
Let's continue to rev up.
Chill today
For a better school of color.
Once again, let's tickle your mind with the fifth trivia question.
Anong parangal ang iginawad sa project REV-UP?
Inuulit ko, anong parangal ang iginawad sa Project REV-UP version 1? Comment your answer. Inuulit ko, anong parangal ang iginawad sa Project REV-UP? So we will be announcing the winner once we go back for revving up trivia questions.
Remember, Submit your answers and comment below.
as fast as you can.
Yes.
For you to have a taste of contextualized video lessons developed by
Masbateño LR Development Team.
we humbly share our collective video lesson through
Audio-visual presentation.
It's me, Teacher Nona, your English teacher. I will help you love to learn and discover the amazing things to ponder. 'Cause learning English is fun. Oh, it's fun. Oh, it's fun.
Hello, buddies. It's nice to be with you today. I am Teacher Nona. It's time for a drill.
Halina tayo maglakbay sa mundo ng asignaturang Filipino. Atid bagong kaalaman at mga masasayang kwento. Ako ang inyong guro sa Filipino. Laging handa at matyagang magturo. Inyong kaalaman ay siguradong madaragdagan. At kung nahihirapan man, Teacher MJ, inyong maaasahan. Mila Magalang ni Luisa N. Isnero. Unang araw ng pasukan. Masayang pumasok sa klase si Mila. Magandang umaga po, Binibining Ruiz. Ito ang sabi ni Mila sa kanyang guro nang makita niya ito sa loob ng kanilang silid-aralan. Tahimik na naupo si Mila hanggang sa mag-umpisa na ang klase. Mila, maaari bang ipakilala mo ang iyong sarili sa klase? Opo, sagot niya. Masayang umuwi si Mila ng araw na iyon at ikwento niya sa kanyang nanay ang lahat.
Isang masayang araw mga bata. Panibagong araw, panibagong aral, panibagong kaalaman, atin nang simulan. Ako, si Teacher Teresa, ang inyong guro sa asignaturang Filipino na inyong makakasama at makakakwentuhan sa araw na kita tayo ng maraming halimbawa ng pangalan sa parke. Ito ang parke. Isa itong puok pasyalan. Ayan, nakakita na tayo ng mga halimbawa ng pangalan. Halika, maghanap pa tayo. Aso. Kaarawan. Babae. Lalaki. Lobo.
Lagi niyong tatandaan, ang pangalan ay nagsasabi tungkol sa ngalan ng tao, bagay, pook, hayop, at pangyayari.
Magandang araw mga bata! Kumusta kayo? Hangad ko na kayo ay ligtas at maayos. Ako pala si Teacher Lynn. Samahan niyo akong tuklasin ang kahangahangang mundo
ng mathematics.
It's a pleasant day once again, our dear grade 11 students. Today, we continue our trip to the world of learning on board the Rotary Express, Sulong Edukasyon sa Telebisyon, a television program which brings learning into your home. This is brought to us by Masbate Province Division. I am Teacher Amor, your host for today's learning episode. So, sit back and relax, because the best lesson in oral communication is coming your way. These are the mechanics of the game. Picture Raid is a Pinoy Kenya-inspired game. I want you to get a partner to play in the game. One of you will act as the investigator, and the other one will act as the suspect. The investigator's purpose is to know the names of the famous Philippine landmarks, which will be flashed on screen. The investigator interrogates the suspect by asking questions that will lead him to identifying the famous Philippine landmarks. The suspect, on the other hand, will only answer "Pat" if the clue is correct, and "Ganun" if it's wrong.
Isang napakagandang araw mga bata. Naway nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan sa araw na ito. Isang bagong araw na naman ang ating pagsasamahan na punong-puno ng karunungan. Ako si Teacher Gerald ang makakasama ninyo sa pagtuklas ng mga bagong aralin sa Filipino 3. Balik-aral. Panuto. Punan mo ng tamang panghalip ang mga sumusunod na pangungusap. Gamitin ang mga panghalip na ako, siya, ikaw, kami, tayo, kayo, at sila. Isulat ang iyong sagot sa sagutang papel o kwaderno. Unang bilang. Si Angel at Jessie ay pupunta sa probinsya. Sasakay patlang sa bus. Magaling! Sila ang tamang sagot dahil ito ay tumutukoy sa dalawa o higit pang ibang tao.
Hola! Magandang araw! Ako si Binibining Jezebel Nagigit-Tidero, ang inyong guro at makakasama sa episode na ito upang tuklasin ang mahalagang kaalaman tungkol sa geografiya, kultura, at kasaysayan dito sa mundo ng araling panlipunan. Kaya naman, sa episode na ito, ating tatalakayin ang tungkol sa struktura ng daigdig na nagsisilbi nating tahanan.
Crust. Ang matigas at mabatong parte ng daigdig na ang kapal ay umaabot mula 30 hanggang 65 kilometro pailalim mula sa mga kontinente. Subalit, sa mga karagatan, ito ay may kapal lamang na 5 hanggang 7 kilometro. Mantle. Isang patong ng mga batong napakainit kaya malambot at natutunaw ang ilang bahagi nito. May kapal na 2,900 kilometro. Ang kailalimang parte ng daigdig na sumasaklaw ng mga metal tulad ng iron at nickel ay tinatawag nating core.
Ako po si Teacher Van, ang inyong kasama sa paglakbay, pagsiyasat at pagtuklas sa mundo ng maganda at maging mapa masuri na. Sa unang larawan, ano kayong bansa ang makikita mo sa bahaging ito? Tama! Ang bansang makikita sa bahaging yan ay letrang A, Japan.
Muli tayo ay nagbabalik sa Revit-UP for trivia questions. Trivia question number 5. Sir, anong parangal ang iginawad sa project?
The correct answer is Best Educational Technology Innovation Award.
So, the winner is Florence Danao Monteroyo. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Due to the uproar of public demand, we will entertain you with a Masbate song reminding us that we are not alone. It's entitled, which is composed by
Sir Henry L. Makabuhay, Principal, Bagak, San Jacinto, Masbate.
Music is interpreted by
Ma'am Shiera Rose Castillo, Lobo, National High School.
and Dance is interpreted by
J. Y. Sabia, E. or Sabia, both from Katayangan National High School.
Katamisan buhay kung ikaw kag ako magkausad magkaupo harayo harani malisod madali kakayahon maski na noon talan ang tanan na akin mamao masayon maabot kung adi ka na magdadamay sa ako Kunigwasin dulong ikwaman sinpawa sa kada panahon ikawan akon ilaw ang tanan naging mabawon masayon maabot kung adi ka na magdadamay sa ako maraong matahong malubog malinaw mag-asa na ikaw sa maabot na adlaw magtiwala ka lamang wala kitan bayaan sa ninabuhay adi ako ada ka man sa ninabuhay adi ako ada ka man
we welcome potential partners to support the implementation of the Project REV-UP 2.0.
With that, we have a MOA signing with one of our stakeholders. Please welcome Ramon N. Jimena Jr., together with Sir Juancho P. Azares, EPS1, LRMS Manager. A round of applause, virtual applause.
This virtual launching would never be complete without
Ma'am Maria Dorothy Daniel.
Chief Education Supervisor, Curriculum Implementation Division, for her acknowledgement.
A pleasant day, everyone. Finally, REV-UP 2.0 is officially launched. With the successful realization of its expansion and sustainability, we deem it proper to appreciate, to thank all who paddled with us as we rev up for more to offer, for more to provide for the welfare of our dear learners. Had it not for them, we could not reach this far. Deeply inspired by what Henry Ward Beecher said, and I quote, "Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul." Special heartfelt gratitude then is conveyed to Regional Director Gilbert Sadsad for the inspiration accorded us, Masbateño educators, to serve with a smile to raise, Schools Division Superintendent Nene R. Merioles for the motivation and guidance that make us join her in putting into action this tagline, "We shield today for a better school of tomorrow." Assistant Schools Division Superintendents Fernando C. Macaraig and Joel Kaolboy for their concern and ever-ready technical assistance. Chief Education Supervisor Mark Anthony Rupa and his SGOD family for the sustained interface. To my TID family for the unceasing cooperation and support anchored on the belief that sa sabay-sabay na pagsagwan tungo sa hinahangad na daungan ng may kalidad na edukasyon, may tiyak na batang makakaahon ng matagumpay ang kinabukasan. To to our LRMS partners for the continued generosity, support, and partnership. Sabi nga sa Filipino, sa bawat pangarap, may nakakaharap. Sa bawat pag-usad, may natutupad dahil sa inyo. And of course, to the LRMS team headed by Education Program Supervisor Juancho Azares with Project Development Officer Jobert Bonita for the strong commitment that redound to the well-established and fully functional LRMS unit, giving life to hashtag Basta LR-UP. Gratefulness overload indeed. Again, thank you so much. May these good deeds and acts of yours be rewarded by the Most High God and Father of all, who truly deserves the best acknowledgement the human race can give. As I end my usual part in most of the CID activities, I come to develop this mantra. Never get tired in saying thank you, for in doing so, sphere of gratefulness expands, human heart rebounds, blessings abound. Thank you a millionfold. God bless us all.
Once again, this virtual launching is made possible by our generous partners.
Cafe Chilia,
Shira Beach Resort,
Antoinette Resto Bar,
Sir Henrik General Mercy,
Anfe A. Naval, PUB Corpus District,
Chelsea Blue Wave Resort,
Expressway PUB Corpus Branch,
Saramjul Korean Restaurant,
Najir Samsudin Fruit Stand,
J&J Food House,
Tanke National High School with their principal, Mauricia M. Toling, PUB Corpus District,
Joe Roy's Liquid Soap Manufacturing,
and Delta Resto Bar by Sir John A. Atacador,
Elona Barbosa Jimeno,
Sir St. James Gulay,
Angeli Año Nuevo,
Cerny Paul Gulay,
Ritzy Blanco,
Carlota Tejero,
Chico Elementary School,
Marilo Ligal,
Arlene Bentor,
and Anne M. An.
Before we proceed, let us first have a fast review of the winners of the RevUp trivia questions. We have Sir Dieter Calo,
Maria Carla Aganan,
Ma'am Mary Jane Aitona Orbizo,
Aisel Luzong Like.
and Florence Danao Monteroyo. Don't forget to claim your prize at the LRMS office.
Closing doesn't mean goodbye. Instead, see you again. Let us end this program with a closing remark by
Sir Fernando C. Macarai, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent.
We have just witnessed the official launching of Project REV-UP 2.0 of SDO Masbate Province, which from now onwards we hope to see being implemented for its intended purpose, that is, to provide additional options for our teachers and learners from which they can obtain teaching and learning materials online. Inspired by the overwhelming statements of support from our stakeholders, Project REV-UP 2.0 the official launching of Project REV-UP 2.0 of SDO Masbate Province, which from now onwards we hope to see being implemented for its intended purpose, that is, to provide additional options for our teachers and learners from which they can obtain teaching and learning materials online. Inspired by the overwhelming statements of support from our stakeholders, Project REV-UP 2.0 should go strong. Everybody hopes and prays for its success. From now onwards, constant monitoring and evaluation of its implementation has to begin, and for sure, observations and recommendations will be reported to the stakeholders from which its success or failure may be based. However, let's not forget that the true measure of its contribution to the extent of success of public education in Masbate will be manifested in the kind of learners, maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan, and makabansa we will produce in the coming years, and the kind of community that will be established where love and respect for everyone, by everyone, reign. To our highly valued stakeholders, my overflowing gratitude for your expressions of support. To the people behind Project REV-UP 2.0, don't get tired of doing good for the sake of our learners. Once again, a pleasant and wonderful afternoon to everyone. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Hashtag
RevUp2
RevUp2
SDO
SDO
Masbate
Masbate
Province.
Province.
Again, this has been your host. I am Winifred S. Furat,
And Keith Andrew A. Cesar. And we leave you
cheering 2.0.
Keep revving up to shield today for a better school of tomorrow.
Rev up!
Yeah. All right. All right. And from this tayo. Broadcast. Yes.
Yes!
Yes.